Christine, and this past week, episode 5 of Shadowhunters Season 2 premiered. Shadowhunters, 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 hunt, 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 hunt. You guys, I'm rattled right now. I am rattled. I watched the episode an hour ago, and I'm still kind of reeling from it, and that could only mean one thing. That was a good episode of Shadowhunters. I was legitimately crying at the end of that episode. I felt so many things. That was probably the best episode they've ever done. I know. That's a big statement. In terms of just the show, that episode felt like such an episode of a show that I would watch. It had 3 main storylines running through it, and each storyline was weaved in nicely and didn't feel abrupt and worked. And they all made me feel things, like real feelings. They jarred me and made me wah, in a non-sarcastic way. I felt the need to stop and tweet in the middle of the episode. I never tweet, unless it's about tweeting like I finished it. I had to tweet about what was going on, because my feelings, I didn't take any notes, so I'm flying by the seat of my pants when it comes to discussion today. I'm gonna give this episode A-. That's gonna be it for the non-spoilery section, so if you haven't watched the episode, I recommend that you go watch it and then come back and we can talk about it. Goodbye! Goodbye, people who haven't watched the episode. Episode 5, Season 2. Bye! Okay, so I've talked about Alder Tree and how I think they're foreshadowing him to be Sebastian. Last week, Izzy got injured because he had the demon inside of her. This week, her shoulder's aching. She's got a demon infection. She and Jace have this great training scene. And it looks awesome, and their lines were great. Jace had some cheeky lines, it was great. And her shoulder's aching, he's like, go check it out. I don't know why she didn't just go get it checked out. Why couldn't she just go get it checked out? Why couldn't she just go get it checked out? Why couldn't she just go get it checked out? So she goes to see Alder Tree, she wants to go on this mission, she really wants to see the Iron Sisters, and it's just everything's just getting too real. I was immediately brought back to that scene when she and Jocelyn go visit the Iron Sisters. But then I was back in the show. She goes to Alder Tree to demand that she gets to go. And he's like, oh, you should get this checked out. And then he's like, wait, I have something that could heal you faster. He picks up this tin and he tells her he has this stuff called yin fen. And I was so upset. I immediately seized up. No, we know what yin fen does. There's no cure for yin fen. It's highly addictive, and the writers knew what the fuck they were doing when they wrote that in. They knew that we know, and they knew how upset it was gonna make us about Izzy. How right they were. It hurt my heart. It just hurt so much to watch that happen. I almost cried then, and I did cry at the end of the episode. Yes, it was sad with the funeral, but I was crying for Izzy because she's addicted to yin fen. You can't explain the trauma your heart goes through reading the Infernal Devices series. And then to watch this and know that I am just horrified. When I tweeted about this, people were tweeting me back, yeah, the cringe was so hard. It wasn't cringe, it was fear that was in my heart when that happened. I wasn't no. I was genuinely horrified that they would do this to Izzy. And it's already happening. It's already a thing. That's what's happening. You can't wean someone off of it. We know you can't wean someone off of it. It's too addictive. They will die. There's nothing you could do except, oh my god, no. 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 She's not gonna become something else because No. Okay, sorry. I don't know what's going on in my head. I'm just picturing scenarios. I don't want to spoil the Infernal Devices, but she said she wanted to be a Iron Sister. No. I don't know what Iron Sisters are like in the show. I don't know anything. Let's not talk about this. I'm upset. I'm very upset about it. But that's the thing. I left the show feeling genuinely punched in the stomach. That's what a show's supposed to do, is make you feel things. Genuine things. I was sitting there watching that last scene after she put on the shit again, and then they went to the funeral, and I was just in tears. I don't want this. I don't want this for her. More fire to the Alder Tree Sebastian thing. He has an accent. The new actor for Sebastian has an accent. He's setting Izzy up to become his slave, in a way, because she's gonna need more yin fen, and he's gonna be the only one who can get it for her. And she's gonna do whatever the fuck Alder Tree wants, because he has the yin fen. Okay, that's what's gonna happen, and I hate it, and it's gonna reveal himself as Sebastian, and maybe it's gonna come a time where fucking Sebastian can infiltrate the clave because he has such complete control over Izzy because she's so addicted to Yinfen. It's very upsetting. I can't, I'm so sad. It's gonna be so hard to watch this happen, but we're gonna watch it because we care. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we have the Clary storyline. She wants to bring her mom back from the dead. We know that's not a thing that we can do, but of course Clary wants to try. I don't blame her. She's in this new world full of magic. She like looks up the Warlock files. I was so scared that Tessa was gonna come up. Thank the heavens she didn't. She lands on this random one. We've never heard of her. We know automatically she's not cool when she brings a bird back from the dead for shits and giggles. We know when someone says, you can pay me in a favor, it's gonna be a nasty ass favor. Never say yes to that. She goes back, Jace tries to warn her about it. You know, Alec, oh, we have a fantastic Malik scene. It was so nice. These Malik scenes in the last 2 episodes have been fantastic and I'm so excited about it. Their relationship feels so genuine and their exchange feels so real now. Their dialogue has improved so much. Alec is upset just like we kind of predicted would be. He feels kind of responsible for Jocelyn's death even though it's not his fault. That felt very Alec. He shows up on Magnus's fire escape and they have a little exchange. It was great. I'm so excited to see their first date now. It's gonna be so much better with the new writing team. I hope they have that. Like, I want to see it. And then Alec goes back. He wants to help Clary and Clary tells him about bringing back his mom from the dead. Alec feels so bad. He's just like, I'm willing to do whatever. So he goes with her. They go back to this Warlock's house and Alec's, you know, asking her for credentials. He wants to see her mark. And I was just like, yeah, show us your mark. I'm so glad Alec was there because there's a disaster written all over it. The Warlock's doing the spell. The bird comes knocking at the window like a crazy bird and breaks through it. And Clary sees like, okay, never mind. This is a bad idea. She comes to her senses. She gets up. But she already signed a frickin' blood oath promise. There's this little child. It's classic creepy child syndrome where we have the child that doesn't talk. And she goes up to Alec and Alec realizes, you know, it's a Warlock child. And he's like, nice skills. And then we hear babies crying. It's ringing so many bells in my mind. We have a pregnant woman who opened the door for them. I'm just like, what is happening? We all read City of Fallen Angels. We all read The Infernal Devices. Shit is just getting so real right now. I'm scared. Alec goes upstairs. The lady comes out with this new baby. And I was just like, I don't know how much you guys know about Alec and Magnus and babies. I just don't know what's going on. So we had that moment with Alec and the baby and I'm freaking out, okay? I'm freaking out. And then we go back downstairs and Clary's trying to leave. And Warlock's like, no, I need that favor right now. You need to be a host for a new Warlock child. My personal demon has to impregnate you. Clary was trapped and Alec was upstairs and that whole scenario was horrifying. She basically said she's going to lock Clary somewhere and have her demon rape her. Also, she's talking about a Shadowhunter and a demon having a baby. She finally figured out how to do it with whatever elixir she gave Clary. We know a Shadowhunter and a demon who had a baby, and that's a very big thing in another book. Why is everything happening? What's happening? I don't know what they're doing. They must have a plan, because this feels like a plan. It's not just like before, they're just throwing shit up in the air. There are plans, and I am scared. And then we have that scene with Clary and a demon. And that demon, oh, when it came out and she was in that, I knew that it was supposed to break her ass. It was like an American Horror Story scene. Like, it legitimately felt like season 1 of American Horror Story, except more disgusting because I knew that wasn't any sort of human spirit. It was a psychotic, crazy, disgusting demon. She could get demon pox. They did a good job with that. They did a good job with that. And I can't tell you that I didn't get feelings when Clary wrote on her hand that sunlight ruined and went like this and the demon exploded and I got all these feelings from the movie and from the first time I saw the trailer and I have so many feelings. They just pulled enough little driplets from so many different Shadowhunter stories that we've read and just put them into this one episode and it was just so confusing to have all these emotions from all these tiny little things they were showing us. But it was because each thing was pulled from something that we've read and had intense feelings about. Ugh. Like, if the show's gonna be like this now, it's much better than before when I had no feelings at all. But it scares me. It scares me where they're going. It means that people watching the show could potentially be spoiled for books without knowing it, you know? And like, I don't want anyone to ever be spoiled for the Infernal Devices, the best trilogy known to man. I It was a good episode. I was scared. And they're bringing Clace back together in a much more subtle way. Everything's getting better, and I'm so pleased. He catches her doing the sunlight thing, and he's really impressed, and he tells her, you know, like, let's just keep this between us, and Clary's like, why? But then they do. And then at the funeral, she's like, I can't do this, and Jace is like, yes, you can. Just don't let go of me, and he holds her hand, and they support each other as they go up there. And they have that funeral, and the Silent Brothers are there, and I'm just thinking, Izzy's right over there, just signed her own death sentence, and Jem is over here, and everything hurts. I don't know what's going on with their dust up in the air. Like, they had like a wizard funeral where they like burst into dust and up into the sky, and we end with a shot of Luke on the ground having just transformed back from a werewolf to look at the dust. I don't know. Like, I thought maybe their dust was going to go up into the air and form some part of the building because the City of Bones is made from the Shadowhunter nest, but no. I can't wait for Izzy to kill Sebastian. They put her on this journey now where she's going to have that Yinfen addiction, and she's going to be his slave, and then she's going to have to, whatever they do in the show to make it so that she doesn't die from the Yinfen addiction. Maybe it won't be as bad. Maybe she will be able to eventually wean off of it, but she has to take that rage back at him and be the one to kill him. Oh, it's just so devastating. Like, we have such a long road ahead. I mean, in my mind, if they do it right, we have a long road ahead, but we'll see how long it actually lasts. Then we have the Simon storyline running through this episode, and in a lot of ways, it was very booked. I love when his mom says, have you joined a cult? And he's like, for the last time, World of Warcraft isn't a cult. What is it then? He told his mom that he was a vampire. You know, the mom said it's gonna be okay. I don't know if she was secretly planning to set him on fire and chuck him out of the house yet. You know, we don't know where that's gonna go next week, especially because she didn't exactly believe him. She might have thought he was going crazy at that moment, and then she comes in and sees him literally eating a rat. I'm really excited about them introducing her ruin powers. I'm really excited about it. The show getting creepy AF. I'm really excited about things getting real. You know, even if it's not like the book, it feels like a show and it's giving us feelings. Like, that's what you want from a show. I don't know exactly where they're going with Luke's character right now. I'm hoping that next episode, Simon's mom has a more intense reaction about the whole vampire ordeal that throws Simon into a deeper character place. Giving our characters these serious, like, long-lasting burns will bring out the best in the show. Things can't be solved across one episode. They need this baggage. They need these issues that will drag along and not be solved instantaneously with a ruin. There was, again, no shapeshifter ruin. No one came back to life. I'm digging this new path we're on. I'm excited. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm Christine. I make videos every Tuesday. All my links are in the description below. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!